Imagine this. The stage is vast, glittering, alive with endless lights and echoes of applause. But in that moment, none of that matters. What truly holds everyone's breath is not the trophies, not the speeches, not the glamour, but a quiet exchange. Two eyes meeting across the blinding glow. A faint smile, tender and fleeting, yet warmer than every spotlight burning in that hall. And then, in the midst of the chaos, a simple flower appears in one hand. Just a flower? Or could it be something deeper? A silent reply. A hidden promise. A message from one heart to another? Hello, drama lovers. Welcome back once again to the K-Pop World Channel. Tonight, let me take you into a story. One so tender, so breathtaking, and so unforgettable. A story that unfolded not in a scripted drama, but in real life, before millions of eyes. The Golden Bud Awards 2025 became the stage of more than just victory and recognition. It became the stage for something far rarer, something the world has been waiting for. The moment of Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo. The air was charged from the beginning. Everyone knew their names would be called. Everyone expected the dazzling visuals, the stunning outfits, the gracious smiles. But beyond all of that, there was a silent question lingering in the crowd, a whisper passed from fan to fan. Will it happen tonight? Why? Because months ago, Wang Yibo had already set the stage with a gesture that no one could forget. A pink doll, delicate, playful, almost childlike in its innocence, and a small lamp that twinkled with tiny lights, blinking gently like a starry sky. For the casual observer, perhaps these were nothing, mere trinkets. But for those who watched with love in their eyes, for those who followed every heartbeat of their story, those objects became symbols. Symbols of care, symbols of a bond unspoken. The moment Xiao Zhan accepted them, his shy smile blooming on stage, his fingers gently holding the pink doll, the fandom world erupted. Social media flooded like a tidal wave. Hashtags soared to the top of trending charts in multiple countries. Edits, GIFs, slowed, replays. Every second of that moment was dissected, adored, worshipped. Fans whispered, "He understands, he accepts." And so, when the Golden Bud Awards 2025 finally arrived, anticipation was almost unbearable. Would Xiao Zhan respond? Would there be a sign, a gesture, a token, something that would answer Yibo's offering? The air that night was thick not only with music and cheers, but with expectation. And then it happened. The lights swirled. The stage glittered brighter than ever. Xiao Zhan stepped forward, tall, composed, breathtaking as always. His suit shimmered under the spotlight, his smile faint yet magnetic. But in his hand was something extraordinary. A bouquet of flowers. Not extravagant, not overwhelming, just beautiful, pure, honest. For a moment, the entire hall seemed to fall silent. Fans gasped, cameras zoomed, hearts pounded like drums. Some screamed, some froze, and many simply broke into tears. Because those flowers were not just decoration. They were an answer. The long-awaited reply to a gift once given. A pink doll and a blinking lamp. Xiao Zhan had chosen a different language, the language of flowers. And there, in that silence that felt louder than thunder, Wang Yibo turned his head. His expression softened, his lips curved into the faintest smile. That single smile sent the fandom into chaos. Could you feel it too? That sharp breath you take when a scene is too perfect to be real? That trembling in your chest when fiction suddenly feels less magical than reality itself? That's what happened. Every phone in the arena recorded it. Every fan screamed it into the universe. Every corner of the world paused to feel it. It was overwhelming. Tears, laughter, disbelief. Fans clutched each other, sobbing uncontrollably. On timelines everywhere, messages appeared in an endless stream. How can this be so beautiful? Why am I crying over a flower? This feels like a love story written in real life. Because that's what it was. Not about the flower itself, but what it carried. A message, a promise, an answer, a dialogue without words. First a doll, then a lamp, now a bouquet, small, humble tokens, yet immeasurable in weight. Imagine sitting in the front row. Your hands tremble, your heart races. You cover your mouth as tears blur your vision. You whisper to yourself, "This isn't just an award show. This is history." And it truly was. The night was no longer about trophies or titles. It became about connection, about unspoken devotion, about the bond between two souls that millions bore witness to. Some skeptics may ask, was it coincidence? Just a prop? But no, didn't you feel it? The timing, the glances, the soft smile, the way the world seemed to freeze in those seconds. These are not coincidences. These are the kind of moments that pierce the heart too deeply to be accidents. Think about it. How can a single flower ripple through the world, shaking millions of hearts? How can such simplicity overshadow all the glamour, the trophies, the scripted performances? Because it was not about grandeur. It was about honesty, about something raw and unguarded, slipped into the chaos of fame. That night, Xiao Zhan didn't need a speech. He didn't need a declaration. He answered in silence, holding a bouquet that spoke more loudly than any words ever could. So was it merely a reply? Or was it something more? Perhaps a vow. Perhaps a quiet reassurance that under the blinding lights, beyond the curtain of celebrity, there exists something real, something fragile, something deeply human. A bond that the rest of us can only watch, never fully understand. And maybe that's the beauty of it. The mystery, the unanswered questions, the lingering wonder. Sometimes, not knowing is the most beautiful truth of all. The Golden Bud Awards 2025 will forever be remembered. Not only for the winners, not only for the dazzling stage, but for one flower. One gesture, 1 second that etched itself into history. Fans left the venue in tears, yet with hearts so full they could hardly breathe. Social media exploded, clips of that smile and that flower spreading like wildfire. And though Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo may not have spoken, their silence echoed louder than any words. Because in that silence, millions of people found hope, found joy, found a story to believe in. And here's the truth. This was no scripted scene, no planned drama. This was reality. More poetic, more heart-shattering, more breathtaking than anything fiction could ever create. A story that fans will replay endlessly. A story they will tell again and again, each time feeling the same rush, the same tears, the same trembling heartbeat. So, can a flower make millions cry tears of happiness? That night, the answer was undeniable. Yes. Thank you, drama lovers, for walking through this story with us tonight. May your heart stay warm. May your spirit stay tender, and may you always find beauty in the simplest of gestures. Stay with us here at K-Pop World, because there are still countless stories waiting, stories to make you smile, to make you cry, to make you fall in love all over again. Until the next tale, goodbye, and let the memory of this night stay with you forever.